Hi all, welcome back to Beanie Composter. We've had a bit of a lucky day. One of my aunties who's got a massive garden's donated us a load of plants that she was going to get rid of, so as ever Mrs. B had to save every single one, and we've taken them out of the planters and we need loads of compost to repot them up, so we thought we would use the hot bin compost to trial them out. So we'll show you in the car how rammed they are, and then we'll show you a bit of what we've got and how we're potting them up and what the compost looks like that I've been storing for probably a year or so. So let's get to it because it's starting to rain. The plants have been dug up for about an hour and they need a new home. Okay guys, are you ready for this? Oh, I forgot the keys. I've got keys now to open the door, otherwise using a sledgehammer is not a good idea. Ready for this? Plants galore. Let's get them out then.
Hey, so have a look what we have. So I took them off the ground from Auntie Vera, and they're lovely and healthy plants. What a shame she wanted to put them all in a compost heap. So what I'm going to do is put them in our lovely hot bin compost in plastic pots that we rescued as well, something like that, from a garden center. And I will have to trim them a bit. They're in a bit of a shock at the moment, so quickly pot them in, water them really well, and then over winter I'm going to store them in school polytunnel. It's not heated, but it's going to be enough to keep them off the frost, and in spring they'll be beautiful again, because we've done it in the past. Well, not such amount of plants, but we have, and they were always really nice in spring.
So what varieties do we have from
What varieties? So we have mostly upright geraniums, all sorts of colors. We have some trailing ones as well, and we have loads of verbenas.
Shade of verbenas.
Right, verbenas have they're on top of each other. It's a bit of a crazy because I didn't have so many containers. Oh goodness. I don't know how to do it now. Right, okay, maybe this one. So here we go, trailing verbenas, and look, they were shooting like new shoots. Yeah.
So what are you planning to do with those? Trim them down?
Trim them back a little bit. Yeah, pot them, water them, and store them. That's all. Yeah.
And roughly about how many plants did we get?
Loads. It's a bit overwhelming. I hope there is enough compost in this hot bin.
This is stacked up all our hot bin compost that we've stored and we're going to use. I did use a little bit around the garden yesterday because it was such a nice sort of autumn day. I have got half a bucket of leaf mould as well that we can use and mix a bit together. Just have a quick look at the hot bin while it's we're doing okay at the moment. We're sort of early October, but nice and steamy and doing quite well.
This is weed. Look, we can get rid of this. As we go. It's fine.
How's the hot bin compost looking?
Beautiful. It's very moist. It's quite rich, I think. That's what you want for them because they are a bit shocked. Lovelies. Obviously now I'm just potting them as quick as I can because they have been out of the soil for about an hour now. So I don't want them to dry. And I will do the trimming and all of the faff a bit later on when I have time.
Look at the camera, innit? Not at the plants. That's what you tell me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm, I'm doing things. I can't be looking in the camera and doing stuff. It's quite difficult. Maybe in the future. Yeah. Look at them. Happy. They're gorgeous,
So
aren't
you're just
they?
going to pot them up and then trim them afterwards?
Afterwards, yeah, because this is the most important thing. Look, the roots are just sticking out like this. So you can't...
So
you can't
after
do
we've potted them up, we're going to give them a good drink.
very good
Not
drink.
with beer, but with water. And then
Yeah.
away we go.
Yep. Look how many new shoots they have. Some of them are still flowering. And they will till the first frost. I mean, obviously we're going to protect them from the frost.
Composter's looking pretty good. It hasn't been sieved or anything. There's some bones in there which we obviously won't be putting those in, but
Keep them for Halloween.
yeah. But generally speaking, Composter's been good.
And so we have 80 geranium plants. Some of them trailing, probably about 10. And 47 verbenas. All potted, stuck, and waiting. Going to tidy them up, but not today, it's a bit too late. And then leave them over winter. Some in our little lean-to, and most of them in the school polytunnel. It was to be a quiet weekend, but the week later we inherited more plants. So a week later, after potting 127 plants, we inherited this. So beautiful fuchsias and gorgeous begonias. Well, we couldn't let that go in the home compost. So that's another job to do for the week. I think we're going to keep the fuchsias in the pots and then maybe protect them from frost when it comes. And the begonias, well, for now, because they're still flowering, we are going to pot them as well and maybe still have a bit of a wintry, autumnly display. And then when the forecast is frost coming, I'll have to take them out, dry them out, and store the tubers somewhere in the paper bags, probably in a shed, because they need to be frost-free, dark and dry place. So that's what's gonna happen. The job is nearly done, but I just wanted to show you the size of the plant we're talking about. I am potting. Aren't they just stunning? So I think we're going to have a lovely display until first frost come. This is still waiting. I need to find another pot. Beanie unfortunately cannot help me because my car has failed MOT. So he's not only a chef and a gardener and a compost maker, he's also the car mechanic. Am I not the luckiest person? Of course I am. Now this is the compost I'm using today. What? Oh, something has just moved. Okay, probably the worms, because it's full of lovely worms. It's quite sticky. We didn't have time to sieve it, so every so often I'm digging the bone as well from the chicken, but that's not a problem at all. You see, it's alive, it's moving itself. That's really good. Okay, I carry on before the dark comes. Finished. Job is done. 2 weeks of hard work, but what a really nice result. I'm really happy. So we sorted Auntie's garden. She's happy that everything is ready for winter. We're happy that we inherited so many gorgeous plants. Most of them are going to stay in here, not in here, but in our little garden and around the house. Probably the other part is going to be used for the plant sale at school, so we can get some more money for new bulbs, for new gloves, for whatever we need to do the gardening at school. We have used most of the compost. At the beginning you saw a pile of compost. Now I have one bag left. It's not even full because I had to take some, probably a bucket full of it, of the compost of it, to finish the last fuchsia. And that's good because we have more space now for when Beanie harvests the new batch of compost. So that's really positive. Yeah, so hopefully my car is going to be sorted soon as well, fingers crossed. It is 18 years old, but I love it to bits. I don't want to get rid of it. I want it to run forever. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode of our gardening life. And as Vinny says, happy composting and enjoy.